Okay. Hi everyone, this is Aileen from Hong Kong office, and we have our speaker Diana from Malaysia office. Hi Diana. I can't hear you.
Muted. Oh, sorry, my bad. That was muted.
Yeah.
Hi, Eileen. Hi,
Hi
everyone.
Diana.
Yeah.
Welcome all to join our 2Connect program. Together we are going to learn and to connect. This is the first time that we connect out of our Hong Kong office, and this is our first course regional co-host session. Actually, the objectives of our 2Connect program are very simple. First of all, we want to build an internal KOL community and to transfer the knowledge. Second, we want to connect with colleagues from all over the region, from different departments and different countries. Third, we want to foster the culture of knowledge sharing in the organization. And why do we have this name? Why do we call it 2Connect? Because we want to connect with different colleagues, and we hope you can get at least two takeaways after each session, and then to share to at least two of your friends or colleagues or relatives. And actually, we want you to become one of our KOL, just like Diana now, and to keep learning in your career journey in Informer. Okay, so now you can, there's no music, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we want to talk about this one. Yeah. Actually, we are now hiring the internal KOL, and we want you to share different contents with us. For example, the first content you can share to us is professional content. The second one is the leisure content. The professional content, it is more career development related. For example, you can share the topic like how to make a good first impressions to others. And for the leisure topics, you can cover the topics like sports, travel, cooking, and etc. Today's topic, yoga session, that is related to the leisure topic. And actually, in the past few months, we have held different sessions. For example, in March, we have held a session called 3D critical thinking methodology. And we have learned a lot of methods from, from Benson. And Benson has taught that we should learn from different angles to do some problem solvings. And we did inspire a lot from him. And later on in May, we have successfully conducted a session that was held by Ben. The session was about meditation, and colleagues did enjoy a lot about this session, and they learned how to use their meditating time to relax their mind and to regain some energy in their workplace. Now, today, we are very happy to invite Diana to be our host to hold this yoga session. Actually, here have some ground rules. Please note that the first one is uh, we will make sure you are on mute. So please don't press the sound button in the Teams. And then you can turn on your camera to let us see your face, your happy face. And now, me and my colleague Jeremy will act as a technician staff to how to maintain everything in this chat box and Q&A session. So please, if you have any questions, just tap in the chat box. And we want you to take some pictures and then share to your friends or families. So without any disruption to other peers, you can take the pictures. Let me pass the time to Diana.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Diana from Malaysia office. I'm the marketing under beauty portfolio. First of all, thanks everyone for joining me in today. It's very good to see everyone here. So I will go through the agenda so that everyone knows that what we'll be doing. So first of all, I will just go through insight sharing, share a little bit of my journey, how I started, and to get the basic, to know about the yoga basics. And then the main highlight of this session is to have a 40 minutes live yoga practice with me. So I'll break down into 25 minutes. So if any one of you here is on your mat, and feel free to join to do together with me. And then the next 15 minutes, so I will have a demo on the office yoga because if some of us been working from home or in the office for at least 8 hours, so probably like we need some a little bit stretch that could relate to yoga a bit, and of course some recommendations that my references. Yeah. Okay. And next one. All right. Eileen, I kind of need. Okay, right. All good.
Yeah. Diana, basically that we all know yoga is an activity. May I know what's the true meaning of yoga?
All right. Actually, there's like no true meaning of the yoga. Like to me, yoga is a practice that connects the mind and body. So some of you might heard, before body, mind, and soul. So it has the capacity to stimulate or change our brain or mind, which yoga practice, it combines a few components. One, it involves the physical stretching, our body movement, the posture, the breathing, and also the relaxation technique. And second is about the self-efficacy, the ability to control our internal stress and our emotional response. This reflects us resilience to stress. And it also can improve or enhance the life meaning of purpose as we get to meditate. It's like, we're having our me time, self-love. And the next one would be it enables us to cope with stress despite our busy schedule. So it's actually one of the reasons why I go to yoga class or I do a home practice. I feel very calm. For instance, when I do yoga, like for just at least 20 or 30 minutes, it's just like that's the time where I get to free my mind from everything, from my surrounding, and just being present. So that's what yoga is for me. Yeah, to me. All right. So why did I start yoga, or why do I do yoga? So actually, initially it was just to find some meaningful activity to do. So it was a free session. Back then it was like integrated yoga designed for runners. I was active in running back then. I ran a half marathon and I was active. I used to play basketball, and I found a new sport, which is American flag football. As you can see, like I also did Muay Thai. So I train most of the weekends and gym training on the weekdays to keep myself fit. So it's undeniable, it's addictive. So when there's so many sports activity that I do, I just went all out. And it came across my mind that I need to balance it. So I decided to take up a yoga class, start investing in myself, and also to treat injuries. So play a few kind of sports, outdoor sports, and got into injuries, and I can't perform at the gym nor at the field. So it was tough for me back then to deal with the situation that I had to rest until I recovered. So I remember when I was told to rest. I had an ankle hairline fracture, so I was told to rest for at least 6 months. So I took that time off to focus on the recovery, and I focus on doing yoga. It helps me a lot, and yoga pretty much teach me to love myself more and tell me to listen to my own body and being present. And also, you can see this one. These are the pictures of me attending yoga classes. On the right side, top right, that is Aero Yoga, and there is a workshop, if you can see on the bottom one. I did join a Airo yoga workshop. So it was like from steps to step, like I started with like a home yoga practice myself, and then I joined classes, and then like just a beginner classes, a yoga, a vinyasa flow, hatha yoga, and then as patients come, I found that yoga it has how to say the it really brings impact like to myself, like to on the my perspective on the life. So I further go into Airo yoga. So Airo yoga, if you can see, like there's a hammock. I was like hanging there and sitting there. There's actually like something like TRX, but it would helps a lot. Like for those who want to do yoga and with the support, Airo yoga, it's a combination of the yoga and a little bit of a Pilates. All right. And this is my video. Just a short one. I hope everyone can able to see the video of me doing a practice. And all right. All right. Okay. As you can see that I love going to classes because other than home practice, it's just me myself. So when I go to yoga classes, I be able to meet people around me. I think all of us like come with to the yoga class with one mindset, like just to feel calm, and then to learn more with the yoga teachers, because with having presence of instruction from the yoga teacher, they be able to let us know those do's and don'ts. Are we on the right posture? Are we in this right alignment of our body pose? Okay. And what are the
So
common?
yeah,
Yeah.
I saw you have done a lot of difficult postures, and sometimes it's very difficult for me, like a beginners, to start the yoga because I think others are very good. So how can I tackle these obstacles?
Well, it's all about the journey. Don't worry about that. I mean, I started with like just doing a stretching. It was hard back then, and I was thinking that how can I get into a pose? So for me, the mindset that when I start doing yoga, it was just like to find activity to do, right? And then if you're not flexible, don't worry as well, because first ask yourself, like, I mean, I ask myself, like, why did I want to do it? Like, it could be many reasons. You can just hold it to yourself. So if you're starting your first yoga class, just remember, set your intention. Maybe you want to feel some peace, or maybe you just want to try activity to do, or maybe you want to treat, if you treat some injuries. Just believe it or not, like if you go to yoga classes, you'll be able to meet those people with the positive vibes. It's like you can feel people around you. It's just, it's very motivation. It's just like the aura that you can see, but it's coming to you, that positive aura. And also it helps you to get to build a positive mindset as well. So just focus on the teacher, and you'll get more out of it. I mean, don't worry about it. Like you see, like other people, they even like probably you join in a beginner class, and people like they are very flexible. They can do this certain pose. You just listen to your own body, and then if you might have a soreness and you have tight muscles, yoga will help to release the tightness in your hamstring and the hip flexor. That you should do a little yoga every day at a minimal time, and you will no longer feel sore. And then probably you don't know where to start, right? Like you just like straight away, oh, maybe I should do that yoga pose. So design a practice session, and if you're not sure where to start, what you'll be doing, so I suggest search on the YouTube and just follow it, on just Google it, like yoga for beginner, a yoga hatha, a vinyasa flow, those second those flow. So when you gain the confidence, probably after doing a home practice, then you should consider to go a yoga class. so that you have someone to look on your posture and correct it. And each pose has its own benefit. Yeah.
Okay, actually, I have followed the YouTuber in Hong Kong. Her name is Coffee, and sometimes I think it's very difficult to do those postures, and no one can teach me how to adjust my posture. Now is a very good opportunity that we have you to teach us how to do the proper posture. So, can you teach us how to uh, do the yoga with the mats and how to do without mats in office?
Yeah. So we can start our session right now. I mean, like our live practice session. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay.
This room.
All right. So okay, we'll just put the music on. Cool. Eileen, can I have the music, please? All right, everyone. So let's come into your seated position. Thanks for joining in. So here in Malaysia, it's a lunchtime. It's in the afternoon. So let's take a break. All right. So take a deep breath and close your eyes. Come into the sit position. If you can't do this, and you can just bend your knees like that. Okay. Take a deep breath. Just clear your mind and forget about all those, if you have problems or those in business and everything, you can just being present at this time, focus on yourself. Take a 5 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. All right. So you can come into the child pose right now. So I just want to ask that before we go further, just to make sure that if any of you have injury, you probably want to modify a certain position that suits your current condition, or you can just watch and probably in the future you can just modify the position that that suits you. All right? Okay. So if you want to take a break, which is if you're doing with me right now a yoga on the mat, if you feel dizzy or you just want to take a breath, and always come to your child pose. So this is the child pose, yeah? Just the basic one. All right. So we'll start off with the child pose. The hips reach to the heels and your hand reach towards the mat. Take a 5 breath count. Release the tension. And come up. Let go of the stress and tension and calm the mind. Hold on. Eileen, can you, I think, start with my music playlist? Yeah. Thank you. All right. We come into the cat-cow pose. Let your shoulder rest.
Hi, Diana.
Yes.
forgive me.
Yeah.
Sorry, because some participants said that there are too many noisy. Could you just a little bit about your computer?
My computer.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, what about now? Is it still noisy? All good?
Now has a yeah better.
Better. Better. Okay, cool. Let's continue. Probably I should lower down the laptop. Okay. Come into your cat cow pose. So this is good for someone if you have a back pain, you have been sitting a long day in a chair. Put your shoulder, rest, and hips over the knees. As you inhale, drop your chest, all right? As you exhale, round your back and push the mat away. 5 breaths. Cat cow pose. Another 4 counts. Inhale. Exhale. Another 3. Inhale. Exhale. Push the mat away. All right. As you inhale, if this is your first one, don't worry if the heels can't reach to the mat. We'll go into a downward dog, downward facing dog. All right. So this area, if you can't reach your heels to the mat, don't worry about it. If you can't stretch fully, you can just pedal a bit. Make sure that you stretch as you can. Your legs up, and just a little bit extra, and get your knees to the hand. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is good for the shoulder, your hamstring, and your calves. And it comes the brain to relieve the stress, all right? We'll do another side on your left leg. One leg up, downward dog pose. Get your knees near to your chest. Your knees on the chest. One leg up. Last one. Is everyone doing okay? All right. Just pedal a little bit. So as you inhale, walk your hand back to your leg and forward fold. Hands like this, right? You can just rock side to side. Just let go of your head. So a little bit extra if we want to get into a forward fold, you can get this yoga block. This would help. Forward fold. But bear in mind that if you can't go straight away to the forward fold, this yoga block would help you a lot and make sure that your back is straight, right? Your hands, your arms is same level to your shoulder. Just slowly. So probably if you have mastered the basic one, you don't need the block. You can just straight away, slowly come down and fold fully. You need to stretch your hamstring. All right, exhale, come up. And then next one, we'll go to a warrior one. Get your legs to your right leg to the side of your right hand. Okay, step back, ankles. Come up. Sorry, probably we can see that. Is this better? Yeah. Okay, back to the position. Warrior one. Look up at your hand. Make sure your hips are squared, okay? As you turn your right leg is on the front, and don't come like this. Make sure it's square. Your hips are squared. Inhale and exhale. All right, and come down. Get your right leg backward, and we come into a plank pose or chaturanga. Exhale, come into your cobra pose. Make sure that your shoulder is away from your ear, and open up your chest. And come into your downward dog. You could pedal it. All right. And then on the other side, come to the left and come back into your warrior one. Make sure your hips are square and look up. All right. Maybe if you want to do a little bit of extra, you can just stretch a bit. You can show on the other side, you can see it. If you want to just stretch a little bit of your back, you can just reach your hand to the back. All right. Okay, cool. That's both sides. And we come into the chaturanga. Chaturanga is good for balancing, strengthen your arms and your cobra pose. Got back to your downward dog pose. Pedal a bit. I started to sweat a little bit now. All right. And walk back. Okay. And we come into a chair pose. This would be challenging because this involves the knee. Back up. I mean, down. All right. And now we go into warrior two. Warrior two. This position, okay, make sure your hips are towards this way and don't move front. Just need to be centered. And look at the front, your front hand. Up. And swing in front. Just another 3 breaths. Okay. You might feel the burn. Your knees are getting inflamed right now. So let's rest over there. Go back into Chaturanga. Cobra pose. Stretch a little bit. Lengthen your spine. And downward facing dog. Let's do on the other side. Get your right leg front and come up to your warrior two. Straight, straight, and swing. Second breath. Inhale and exhale. Just go, don't need to go that fast. Follow your pace. Stretch as much as you need. All right, all good. Okay. You can do a little bit of extra stretching here. Downward facing dog. If you want to catch a breath, you can just come back to your child pose. Just rest. And then let's open up your standing wide leg. So we've pretty much have stretched our upper and lower body, and we're almost there. You can just go side stretch, and you might probably need block if you need one. If you can't go down straight, okay? Stretch as much as much. So if you don't need block, you can just always come down. But beware, this is okay if you're already mastered the basic one. Okay, this position can feel your calf is being stretched. How does everyone feel? So we just want to do, we have go through warrior one, warrior two, Surya Namaskar. We want to open up our groin. This is good for stretching as well. This is good stretch away your legs, your hamstring, your calf, and can prepare you to split if that's your goal, if you want to get into a split. Right? You probably need the help of a yoga block. Inhale and exhale. Stretch to the back, to the front. All right. Let's do on the other side. Move front and back. And pull away your knee. Just to show you a little bit, to guide, give you a little bit tips. If your goal is like to get into a split, you might need this in yoga block help. So if you make sure that you are fully warm up, especially your lower body, you can always put this yoga block to help you to get into a split. Okay. All right. Let's come back to the basic one. Child pose to rest. Okay. Can also like, we can come into the last sequence. You lie down and put your legs up. Pull away your and another leg. So probably this would help to, for those that are having back pain, or actually that pose is also good to help you to prepare you to have a good sleep. Okay. So, last stretch. Do that. Okay. We're done for this yoga with Matt. I believe some of you are sweating together with me. Right. Excellent. You felt the burn. It's good for you. Just focus on being present. And thank you for joining me for the first session, the yoga with Matt. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Okay, that's for the yoga with Matt session. So I just want to know, how does everyone feel right now? All good? All right, good to hear that. Okay, shall we? Oh, that's good to hear, Rahma. You feel stretched. That's good. Okay, so next one we should move on to, we'll move on to yoga, office yoga. So this one I'll demo with the chair. So it could be, not only office yoga, it could be anywhere you've been working because you've been sitting on the chair And I'm facing the laptop. You probably have a slouch back. Ah, that's good to hear. And you feel so stretched and sweating. Okay, cool. So let's move on. Let's move on to chair, office chair. Okay. Taking up a chair. I think this angle looks fine for me. I hope you can fully see it. Okay. Let's get into a seated position. It's been working long day, you know, like imagine like that's our table, our desk, office desk, or anywhere. You probably have been sitting like slouching back without you notice, because I always do that. I mean, without me noticing at one point, I feel a sudden shoulder or a back pain. So let's do a little bit of a stretching. Get your arms, your hands holding at the back of your chair. 5 breaths. Round back. Stretch your shoulder. Round back. 3 more. Okay. And next one is to stretch a little bit of your leg. So, okay, I'll do this side so if you can see clear. Fold your leg and put one of your feet to the on top of your left knee. Okay. Pull away your knee. Back up. And stretch down. And let's do on the other side of your leg. I mean, we can focus on our upper and our lower body. Also, pull away your shoulder at the same time, pull away your knee. Okay. And you can do this position just to stretch more of your back. Get your spine, lengthen your spine. And another side. All right. And probably just want to do just now we did a cat cow pose with the mat. We can do it with the chair, with the help of the chair. Okay. Hold at the back of the chair. Round your back. It's just like the cat cow pose on the mat, but this one is chair. Just when you do this, like try to close your eyes so you can like just, focus on doing it. And at the same time, clear your mind. Okay. And the next one also, I can come back here. We've been typing a lot, been using the mouse a lot, so it involves our wrist. So you can just twist around your wrist, go inwards, and outwards. Okay. Let's hug ourselves. This could help as well. Open up. So relax. Open up your chest. This one. And come back up. That's that. Let's get into forward fold and go down again. This is the same. You can just do it everywhere, you know. And rock side to side. Make sure that your back are straight. All right. I mean, like you don't want to do this like probably okay. Just get into the right alignment. From side to side. You don't need to control your head. Just let it go. You know. All right. We're all done for this session. I mean, the live yoga session. Practice with me. We can come back to the mat. So, how does everyone feel right now? So that's about. You expect this part yoga while you're at workstation? Yes. I mean, actually, we can just modify certain. I mean, or a certain pose with instead of on the mat, you can also do it while sitting. You can just, I mean, always modify it.
Hi, Diana. Our colleagues in Hong Kong office, they are very enjoy the session. You can see that. They're saying hello to you.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you think the postures are very difficult?
No, right.
Yeah. They think acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, you know, if you want to go for running, that's like a basic stretching.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Good to hear. It's very useful pose. Yeah. I mean, the basic one, it's like the cat cow pose, the child pose, the warrior one. All of this has its own benefit, like, you know, to stretch your spine. Like the warrior one, when you come up with your leg, like this one. I mean, with your knees bent. This is good to open up your hips and open up your chest. Yeah. And the chaturanga, it's like the plank position. So it prepares our body to challenge our arm balance. All right. Yeah.
yeah. So do you have any recommendations about some studios or apps to the audience?
All right. Okay. So since I'm based in Malaysia and I found this one studio, one day I just Google, you know, yoga studio in Kuala Lumpur. So, and then I was like, I did research and I reviewed, I read the reviews and everything. And I found this studio, which calls Our Body Space. And it's not that very big. They can occupy about probably 10 to 15 students, and their yoga teachers are also some of them are from outside of Malaysia, and they have like qigong, they have yoga classes, they have a Pilates, they have like okay like few types of a yoga class like aero yoga, which is if you can see in the picture, that's the hammock. So I've been actually spending a lot of time like before the COVID, going a lot of practice with the aero yoga practice. So for the normal yoga, I just do my home practice. And if I wanna like didn't go further intense. I just go to the normal yoga class, like yin yoga class. And the next one is, the next studio is Urban Spring Pilates. This is could works for those based in Malaysia, but like Urban Spring Pilates, they have like few types of yoga classes. They have hot yoga, and they have like Pilates class as well, which is a Pilates with the reformer. If you can see on the bottom right picture, that's the reformer machine. So I've been doing like few kinds, like other than just a yoga Pilates. So it's actually this kind of activity, it always comes together. You know, they always have a little bit of like, if you do Pilates, like with the reformer machine, it also involves a yoga basic alignment, like, you know, stretching your legs and then lengthen your spines. Yeah, so this kind of benefit that you can get other than doing just specific yoga. All right.
Okay. So apart from some studios, do you have any recommendations outside of Malaysia? That is, we can join in Hong Kong or in China or everywhere.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I can recommend you to check out ClassPass. Yes, that's about it. So this is actually an app where you can book your yoga class. Actually, before I start to enroll, how I started to enroll into a normal yoga classes. So I just like walk in and okay, just pay according to per session. And then at one point, I found that consistency. And I know, I mean, friend of mine introduced ClassPass. Yeah, so I mean, and then I try to check out what they have offered about this ClassPass. It's a monthly fitness membership that provide you access to different types of fitness center, like big gyms, studios, or a wellness center. They are available across 2,500 cities worldwide. So I believe that probably if you enroll this one, it's something like a guava pass. If you heard that before, you can just always go to the app, register. So as for the beginning, you don't need to pay anything. You can just, they have like 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, 2 weeks of a trial class. And they have a certain like package, like if you pay, let's say for 30 or 50 USD, they have certain amount of credits. So if you want to book a yoga class, and also not only yoga class, like you want to go to Muay Thai, you want to go to Pilates class, you want to go to if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they also have a golf class, like whichever, if it doesn't matter that wherever you are. So it depends, you can search which studio or gyms that is near to you. And this one time I also found that they actually not only focus on like fitness, they also available for like if you want to go to massage, like in the hotel center, in the hotel, they also available, you can book through ClassPass. It depends on different studio. They have they offer a different kind of membership. I mean, different kind of credits. So, and I found that it's cheaper a bit. I mean, I did compare to the price. Compare if you walk in or you be a member in a gym, because when you sign up for a gym membership, that means you only tied up to that particular gym, right? And just join whatever class that they have in that specific gym. But this class pass, you can just go anywhere. You can just go try different studios, different gym, and different kind of activity of fitness, right? So that's the interesting part about the class pass. You can just book, and then you can check out which one is near to you. And if you're based in, let's say if I'm based in Malaysia right now, I traveled to Singapore, I traveled to Hong Kong, I traveled to Canada. They are actually available. I mean, ClassPass is available. So you can check out on their website. I mean, Google about ClassPass, which cities are available for the ClassPass. But since right now it's a COVID-19, they also offered online classes. So you can just book through the online yoga classes if you're not feel comfortable to go to the physical studios or gyms. Yeah.
It sounds very interesting. And however, if I want to save my money, can I have any other channels to see the how to do the yoga?
Yes, of course. I mean, we can go to check out on yoga teachers, like how I started back then. I mean, I just watch on YouTube and do a home practice before I start officially commit myself to join enroll in a yoga class. So these are the few or three of the teachers, the yoga teachers, certified yoga teachers that I'm referring to. I like to watch their YouTube, and sometimes, I mean, and also check out their Instagram. Some of them they're also influencer. So Kino McGregor, she's based in Miami, and she's an international Ashtanga yoga teacher. So she has been, I think, more than her expertise is in Ashtanga. She has been in the yoga industry for more than I couldn't recall. It was like I think more than 10 years. So, and then for Sophia, she's the also authorized Ashtanga yoga teacher. KPJI level 2. She's based in Greece. So she's actually also focused, I mean, expertise in the Ashtanga type of yoga. And actually her background is she was a gymnast, and then if I'm not mistaken, and then the next my reference is Laruga Glazer. She's from Ohio, but she's based in Stockholm right now. She's still a student of the yoga, and she's also advanced level practitioner. So I refer to the yoga teachers, and I just turn on the YouTube and do together with them. It's like online classes back then, and I'm still like watching them. I need to see like the progress. It's good that like when we do a home practice of or we go to a yoga class, it's okay that if you want to take a picture or record yourself so that you can know your progress. Probably when you started your yoga journey in early of the year, and you can probably see if you consistent practice, you can see the progress from not be able to do a forward fold. You can full go down, reach to your feet. That's one of the things that how I monitor my progress. And for my references, I mean, these yoga teachers, I mean, they're very inspirational, and it motivates all of us, the yogis, to continue our journey. I mean, don't worry if you can't get into like headstand pose or handstand. That's okay. Just slowly, and you will get there with one. Yeah.
Yeah, talking about your progress from beginners to the advanced players, one of our colleagues, her name is Cindy Lei, wants to know more about your yoga journey so far and how do you advance your skills. Can you tell me a bit more?
Oh, okay. Hi, Cindy. So okay, my yoga journey. Um,
How can
I,
you change from the beginners to such now the advanced player yoga?
I mean, like from like a basic stretching and then a basic yoga to advanced, right?
Yeah.
I just do a lot of practice. I mean, yes. So I remember. I mean, my one of my goal is also to get into a handstand pose. So I remember when I started to master. I mean, slowly consistent to train the yoga, the basic yoga, and I remind myself like I need to do in the right position. So I train like I mean I practice minimum like about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and also frequently go to yoga classes because I just want to make sure that even though my goal is like to get to a certain post, but I need to make sure that safety is always come first, because you don't want to get injury, and if you get injured, then you won't be able to do a certain, I mean, it limits your physical movement. And I remember I did, since my goal is, one of my goal is to reach a handstand pose. So believe it or not, when I woke up every morning and before I sleep, I would at least practice with a wall, to practice on the headstand. So like if your goal is like to get into a headstand, you can start off with like warm up your body and then find a support, because like we, like a baby, like when we were born, like we started like to just crawl first and then walk and run. So it's the same methodology. It's just that slowly by slowly, and you practice with the wall, and then as you get your legs comes up, facing downward, I mean upside down, then maybe I remember after 2 weeks, like non-stop practicing and on the headstand, I slowly can get away myself away from the wall. Yeah. So, and in terms of the flexibility, and also it's like if you do the stretching, I mean the yoga practice every day, minimum 10 minutes, that's okay. If like 20 minutes is too long for you, just try to stretch a bit. At least yourself is familiar, your muscles are familiar with the muscles that requires you to work on your muscles. Yeah, that's all. I think Eileen, yeah.
Can you hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Now it's time to do some evaluation. So participants, please do just 1 minute to do this evaluation and give some feedback to Diana and me together. Um, you can say anything regarding to this session. And also now is the Q&A session. So if you have any questions, please type in the chat room. Do you have any
Yeah.
questions? One of the colleagues said, "Thank you so much for teaching." Could you see?
That's yeah, thanks a lot for teaching. Oh, welcome, most welcome, and thanks a lot everyone for joining in. It means a lot to me, and I hope that you at least take a break. Like we said, we spend about like at least 1 hour away from work. So I hope that you all feel more calm and get a little bit of an experience from this session.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So any questions? Carol says she needs to go to take a shower now.
Did you sweat a lot, Carol? Welcome, everyone. Welcome, and thank you. Thank you. I hope to see you all again. Probably if, we have the chance, you can just give me a ring and we can go to yoga class together. Yeah. Ah, yes, sure. I could share that playlist. Yeah.
Okay. So after this session, I will send out the PowerPoint slides, the evaluation form, and the music to all of you.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you once again.